Hello everyone! In this video I will show you how to create an exporter, run it, and download the resulting file using the Export app in Codaris. Let's start with creating an exporter. An exporter pulls data out of Codaris and turns it into an export file. This is a technical task. The exporter logic is written in a script called an interceptor. Once it exists, anyone can run it. Exporters are created in the Automation app. In simple terms, an exporter is just an interceptor. Here is the process. Open the Automation app from the Operations portal. In the left menu, under Manage, click Interceptors. This opens a table of every interceptor already set up. Click Add Interceptor in the top right corner to open the Interceptor editor. On the Details tab, fill in the Basic Properties form. Enter a clear name. This is what will appear in the exporter list. For example, Product Catalog Export Demo. If you want, add a description to explain what exporter produces. Set the trigger to Custom Export Event. This is the key step. Only interceptor with this trigger appears in the exporter list. If you want, restrict access using the Allowed Roles field. Confirm the active checkbox is checked, since inactive exporters won't appear in the list. Next, click the Script tab. This is where you define what the exporter actually does. For this demo, I will add a simple example script. But in your case, you will need to add the correct script for your data. Finally, click Save. Once saved, the rule code, created, and last modified fields populate automatically, and your exporter now appears in the exporter list inside the Export app. Let's run it. Open the Export app from the Operations portal. It opens by default on the Exporters page. This page shows a table of every exporter set up for your company, along with its code, name, and active status. Use the search box above the table to quickly find the exporter you need. Once you have found it, click the Submit button on the right side of each row. You will see a confirmation message that says Export Submitted, letting you know the file will be ready shortly in the Export History screen. Codaris built the file in the background, so there is no need to wait on this screen. Depending on how much data is involved, it may take anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes for the file to be ready. Finally, let's download the file we just generated. From the Export app, go to the left menu and under the Export section, click Export History. This page shows a table of all your exported files, sorted with the most recent at the top. Each row displays the file name and the date it was created. If you just ran and exported, look for it at the top of the list. If you don't see it right away, simply refresh the page. You can also use the search box above the table to filter by file name. Once you have found your file, click the Run button on the right side of each row. Save the file, and your browser will then download the file to your computer. And that's it. You know now how to create an exporter, run it, and download the resulting file using the Export app in Codaris. Thank you for watching.